So cryptocurrency, along with every single asset class, is getting hit pretty hard at the moment. What's the game plan? What should we do? How should we approach this? That's what I'm going to give you today. So today I'm going to cover Bitcoin, Ethereum. I'm going to give you price predictions. I'm going to give you the whole thing today. Total market cap 1, 2, 3, Bitcoin dominance, and some altcoins. But the main objective of this video is to give you some price predictions and a game plan. Let's get right into it. What is happening to Bitcoin at the moment? Well, let's just zoom out on a chart and firstly see that Bitcoin is still doing very, very well in a macro picture. Everyone hopefully knows that Bitcoin is still going to go and continue its upwards trend. If we look back, and hopefully you can see this, that is a pretty clear upwards trend. Now, of course, we've been going sideways for quite some time in this area here, but we're still managing to stay within that June 24th low of around 28,000 and the high, which was about 68,000. As long as we are somewhere in this macro bull trend, then we are doing fine long term, super long term, years. That's the beauty of crypto, that we know if we're in this space, we understand that this is still a upwards trend movement. We're not letting the news get to us. We're not letting it scare us. But let's just zoom in a little bit so we can see what's happening in the next coming weeks. So if we have a look, we had the mini altcoin season, the mini run, I suppose, in March, where we started to snag a little bit of profits. Of course, all good things must come to an end. And then we had the downtrend to continue. It was really, really important for Bitcoin not to go down $40,000. That was the 50% that came in here. It was really, really important for Bitcoin not to break that mark. There it is, that $40,000 mark. But it did. It tried to get there a few times. You can see a lot of activity happening here. Big volume. Market was really uncertain at the time. It was going just completely crazy. And in my last market video, I said, there's nothing wrong with just letting the trend unfold. Every crypto YouTuber or any technical analyst who's looking at the charts at the moment is having a tough time just seeing where this is going to go. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? And I said in that video, look, I think it's going to go down, but I'm waiting to let the trend unfold and let it see. And I think we just got that confirmation that the trend is headed down. Why is it going down? Okay, I really want to focus on these two bars. Remember, the left means open, the right means close if you know how to read a bar chart. So we had the open. When the Fed announced its interest rate hikes, it was anticipated that it was going to be higher than what they announced. And for some reason, that got the market pretty excited. But this is why the books I read, so I'm reading a few books at the moment, and one of the things they say is when there's a news announcement, wait till the day after at least, so the news settles down, and then you'll see what's happening. Because often there will be a run of excitement on the day, and then the pullback, which is exactly what happened here. The thing I really don't like about these two bars is we had the excitement and immediately we had the down bar and completely wiped this bar clean with a bigger spread in the open and close than we did previously. And just to add more salt to the wound, it was on a bigger volume bar as well, which means a lot of people just sold off their Bitcoin, found some support on the trend, but it's looking like we're probably going to break it. So Bitcoin is still going to go down. The other thing I really want to make sure of that I get across in this video is that I always talk about these two dates, February 24th and January 24th. These are really big dates because these were the dump dates. And we still haven't had to find levels. We still haven't had to find support on these levels. If you've been following my channel, you know I talk about altcoins a lot. And I always say that your altcoins should follow Bitcoin or outperform Bitcoin, which means if we've got a low in January 24th and we've got a higher low in February 24th, then your altcoin should be doing the same thing. If your altcoin is doing the opposite, it has a higher in January, a lower in February, and a lower in March, your altcoin is crap. So a lot of altcoins are actually going to new lows. And again, if you follow my YouTube channel, you know how much I talk about altcoins being crap because most of them are. So this is why I say there's nothing wrong with going into ETH and Bitcoin. I'll get into that a little bit later, but I just want to put that message across there early on in the video because I know not everyone makes it to the end of the video. What I'm trying to say here is that we still have these areas of support that surprisingly Bitcoin has not had to go to, but it looks like we're going to go there very, very soon. You have to understand that it's only natural for Bitcoin to test these support levels. The beauty of it is that if we're able to test these supports and get the bounce, that means we are still getting the accumulation phase happening and potentially we are getting the famous capitulation, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, that we are all hearing on the internet at the moment, which basically means a big drop, a immediate support coming to the mark, accumulation, then we start to go for the bull run. I don't know if that's the case yet, but like I said, I think we're going to test the levels of 34K and 33K. So that would be this level here and this blue line and those levels. We will definitely be testing those lines. I am very, very confident of that. If those levels break, then we're looking at the COVID, or not the COVID low, we're looking at the July low that we put in mid last year. That would be the next levels of support. I would see Bitcoin having a tough time battling these three levels. There is going to be so much support coming in these blue horizontal lines for Bitcoin. So currently we're at about 35.5K and we're still going down, and we're going to test these levels. Where do I think it's going to go? Like I said, those are my three areas. But if I was a buyer, I would be looking at these areas. I don't need to get it down to 29. I don't have to time the bottom that well. I'm perfectly happy with getting some of that action in that area. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Then we have Ethereum. You can see, again, let's look at the same dates, the exact same dates. There's your January low. There's your February low. And then there you are. So if you have a look at Bitcoin, notice how Ethereum's actually pulled a little bit more further away from it. So in terms of a percentage gain, if we look at Bitcoin to the low, 4% from its February low, about 8%, call it almost 9% down from its January low. If we have a look at ETH, you'll see it's doing a little bit better. So about almost 8% from its, it's probably even a bit more actually. About anywhere between 10 to 15% away from its February low, and about anywhere between 16 to almost 20% from its January low. So ETH is a more stronger position because it's pulled away further than Bitcoin. And this is why I love ETH. If you watch a lot of my channels, I compare a lot of coins to ETH. And this is why, because on the pullbacks, you can just see the strength that Ethereum has. People are not selling their Ethereum. They're holding onto it. The smart money is holding onto it. And you can just see how much, look at the volume. Look how much volume's been going since basically the start of the year. It's been incredibly high, incredibly choppy. Bit of rejection to 50%, but that's okay. It hasn't pulled away that hard from its 50%. Only down 17, 18% from its 50%. That's not bad for Ethereum. Remember, Ethereum is starting to position itself as probably, honestly, the best crypto you can own from A to Z. What I'm saying is you can own, if there's one crypto that you could own for 10, 15, 20 years, it'd probably be Ethereum. It really shows its strength in these times. So much like Bitcoin, price predictions. I do see us testing this blue horizontal line at $2,473. Give or take a few dollars, obviously, each way. But you can see that coincides with some areas that we were finding some high volume and support on in basically March area. Of course, like I said, we had the February low, which was around 2,200-ish, and then the January low, which is around 2,150-ish. So those are the two levels, and much like Bitcoin, if those levels break, then we'll be looking at the July level, which is around 1,600, which ETH would be a steal at that price. I am stocking up more in ETH every time I get paid. I'm just putting in my areas of prices. I'm not just dollar cost averaging whatever the price is, I'll take it. I don't go that way. I look at a chart and I'll put orders around these price areas. So I'll get some here, I'll get some here, and I'll get a lot here. If it doesn't get those prices, that's fine. I've still got some liquid fiat ready to go and deploy should I need it. But at the moment, ETH is the play to go right now. Not financial advice, but that's the way I'm approaching it. But we are still in a downtrend, and we still have to respect that, because not much like Bitcoin, we had our very strong close with a complete opposite reversal on high volume getting dumped on. And it looks like the market, like I said, wants to continue and test these levels in the coming days. And I think it will. I'll be happily proven wrong, but I have to go with the trend, and the trend is down. Total market cap 1. We haven't looked at this for a while. 50% at play. Total 1 coming in at 1.83 trillion. Again, much like the Bitcoin and Ethereum chart, you can see the reversal on high volume coming down, looking like we're going to test again February and January lows. You can see how we're using multiple charts coming to the same conclusions, and this is how you how I approach the market to really determine what action to take. You can see I've just shown you 3 charts all saying the same thing. Total market cap 2, and again you can see this one even looked a little bit worse because Bitcoin's not there, and you can see the pullback even more. And again, we're not far away from the January and 24th lows. If we look at total market cap 3, you can see we are really close to that February 24th low. Notice how in the total market cap 3, which doesn't include Ethereum or Bitcoin, notice how the low is actually on February 24th, not on January 24th. So I'm going to repeat that. Notice in total market cap 3, how on February 24th, the low is the lowest, and it's lower than January 24th. Like I said, most altcoins weren't able to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that's why the lower is lower in February 24th, whereas Bitcoin and Ethereum were higher in January 24th. Still getting a lot of volume, a lot of activity happening, but you can still see a downtrend happening, and you have to respect the trend until this sort of starts to break, and then we can start to see which momentum shift we're going. Are we going up or we're going more down? Let's just have a look. Bitcoin dominance, funny enough, is still on the way down, even though we're getting hit pretty hard at the moment. So chalk that up to how you will. More confidence in the altcoins, more people buying Ethereum, we have to see. But at the moment, testing its 50% beautifully at 41% at the moment. I don't see it dipping below 41%. Worst case scenario, these levels look pretty hard to go below, but we'll have to take it as it comes. Bitcoin dominance looking a little bit weak at the moment. Like I said, a bit surprising. If we have a look at the altcoins that I am looking at, I always talk about Luna. I really want Luna, but Luna has just been so strong. Since basically February, it's been over $80. You know, it's been really, really strong, and it just hasn't been getting hit the same way other altcoins have. You can still see that the volume has sort of dried up a little bit. I think the investors really love the project and the fundamentals behind Luna, but this has just been an altcoin that has just, it hasn't, I'm still waiting for the pullback. I've been waiting for ages for the pullback on this coin, and I'm still waiting. It really, I would love to stock up on Luna at the 50% at $62, but I have to take it as it comes because, you know, this is one of those ones where once you're on the bus, you want to stay on the bus and enjoy it. What I love about Luna, should we get to the 50%, from there to the all-time highs of around 80 to 95%. And I don't see this one going against me too much. I mean, worst I can see is going maybe 20% against me, going to those, you know, early January, late January, early February lows, and I'd be happy. I wouldn't really be scared if Luna went against me 20-30%. I wouldn't be scared at all. That's why I love Luna, because I just feel like it's very safe. It's probably one of my favorite altcoins, probably my favorite altcoin. I talk about it a lot on my channel. Next one up is AVAX. I want to be a little bit careful with this recommendation. I do love AVAX. I do hold a decent bag of AVAX myself. This one just looked really good on a chart as well because it just didn't break down as bad as other altcoins. But you can see we are about to test some areas of support, and it is very, very, very important AVAX does not break these levels. So this is one of those high risk, high reward. You're sort of timing the bottom of the market with this one. So it's dangerous when you play it like this, but this can yield the biggest rewards. Why do I feel like this is very important? Well, again, you can see the January 24th low. That was the low for AVAX. So put in a higher low in February 24th. You can see there's the January 24th low and the February 24th low. So it got higher. It's testing those January 24th lows, and we're bouncing off the 333 mark pretty much perfectly at $56.30 at the moment. It cannot break this level. If it breaks that January 24th level, it's going to be with all the other bunch of crap alts that's out there. And it will probably start making its way anywhere between $56 and $44, judging from my zones here. So it'd be coinciding with some areas in August, which would make it look pretty weak. Look, it's hard to call. It's just very important. It does not do it. It does not break this level. It can absolutely break it. I'm not saying it won't, but AVAX needs to hold it. But I still love this crypto because we are still very, very healthy, you know, call it 130% away from a decent chunk of profit. And this is another one of those cryptocurrencies that if it did break down on me 30-40%, I wouldn't be that worried. But if we broke that level, which would be around $32, that would make me very, very, very worried on AVAX. So you have to remember, guys, AVAX hasn't pulled back as hard as other cryptos. And hopefully you look at a lot of charts and you can see that area there is not that bad of a breakdown compared to a lot of the altcoins. Have a look at another one, which is NIA. This is another coin that has done very, very good gains since February 24th. That was the low that NIA put in, and then going to the all-time high, or near the all-time high, I should say, 170% increase in just a matter of weeks. I mean, it's incredible how well NIA was able to do. Very, very vibrant ecosystem, very good project, very good fundamentals, breaking its 50% at the moment at $11. So you can see that's my 50%. We tried to find some support on it, breaking down a little bit bad. But what I love about this crypto is that it still has a lot of areas to test. So you got the February 24th low at $7 and $7.40, call it. And then you've got those December lows as well. So there's a lot of areas for support to come in for NIA while still being able to get a decent, 2x at least, basically, or, maybe a 1x, and basically just go from there. And I that's what you're looking for. You're looking for very safe plays, very safe cryptos. This is not the time to be getting grand 50,926 cryptocurrency and hoping for it to become a millionaire. There's not the time to be doing that. So these are some of the ones I'm looking at. The last one is FTX, FTT. I talk about this one a lot on my YouTube channel as well. I love this cryptocurrency. I love the fundamentals. Everyone hopefully knows Sam Bankman-Fried. Genius, very, very smart guy. And this is another one that's been holding up okay. Still a ways away from its all-time high that it did in September, but it hasn't broken down as bad as other cryptos. Again, there's the January 24th low. There's your February 24th low. We've actually broken, the February 24th low. There you can see. So there it is. We've broken it, and probably going to start testing that January 24th low. Again, you can see high volume as well coming in at play. So a lot of activity happening here, and you just really don't want it to break those levels. So you can try and time it, put an order in, at the 375 mark at $32.15, which again comes in at January 24th low, and hopefully doesn't start breaking down. If it does, then you'll be looking at the 333 mark at $28, and the extreme low, which is the June and July low, which is the $21.44 mark. So that's what I'm looking for in it. These are, I'm not saying I'm buying these cryptocurrencies. These are just some of the more better ones that are actually holding up decently well at the moment. Just be aware, guys, that it can always go against you. You can always break through support. You can always break through resistance. But at the moment, risk is off, and we need to be looking at cryptocurrencies that are very safe that we can go into. Personally, I'm going more into ETH because I just love ETH, and I know it will pull up again and be able to get to its all-time high. Everyone knows ETH is going to get back to an all-time high. So there's your 80% return right there, which I'm happy to take. I've still got my orders in. I haven't, done too much with ETH at the moment. I'm still waiting for the pullback to happen. Those are my areas that I'm looking for personally. But let me know, what cryptocurrencies are you looking at the moment? Are you looking for blue chips? Are you looking for the very, very low cap ones, and just putting a few? Let me know below. I'm actually pretty interested to see, how do you feel about the market? Are you happy these are times to just relax and enjoy a quiet time in the market, educate yourself? How are you feeling at it? Let me know in the comment section below. Until then, everyone, stay safe, and I will catch you on the next video.